true story. Okay? Dedicated to the memory of Yorei Shiharuka, survivor of the Ova Herero diaspora. It was written to her great-granddaughter, Inambura Maharero. Awaited like the rain, you rose to become the next born. A gifted child the ancestors had surely smiled upon. Women of your lineage are strong, perhaps waiting only to be called upon. For you remembered and summoned Yorei Shiharuka, the great grandmother. A child woman, she would not die. Though 8 years old and alone in the wilderness, she survived, so you could be born. Not to be forgotten. She who took flight is still illumined in her soiled dresses, scornful of daylight. Her red clay locks laugh as she runs. She eats berries to stay alive, but no water. Only what can be sucked from fruit she finds grown buried in the earth. Though with deaf ears, we listen. Yorei may still sing for us from the ether. And by her song, we may yet remember when proud women flew on feathered feet over rock and grasses. No song, no dances, but those of love and grace to carry them. Thank you.
That take me home, especially on difficult nights. So, today was always trusted and fresh, holding me at my waist with beads and breathing me at my breast. There were wings I had that she believed in and would pray they take flight when I couldn't see them. Especially when beauty would send winds to me at night saying, breathe right, baby, breathe right. Single mothers, y'all my heroes, y'all my queens. A deep respect like all forms of light we're seeing. I don't think she really understands how much her conversations feel like poetry, and that her actual poetry feels like justice, and her love feels like heaven. She assures us that sharing is simple and for the nation, and reminds me daily that sunflowers are always up for celebration. Oh, and fighter fights fierce for all the right things. She's amazing, the movement, the vision, the knowledge she brings. And when my mind is cluttered, I ask for answers, I feel slow. She laughs her strong laugh and says, the dance moves, well no. The dance moves, well no. So we go. And sunshine burnt me well and made me love my freckles. She always dealt with things like a constant graduation, flawlessly reckless. I loved her wild calm, her hugs, her emotional stance, her American fairy tale heart acting like it's the reason why we dance. Oh, and chance is exactly this because of her open mind. Always loud and teethy, but always remembered and intentions kind. She got the Bible as a necklace and Buddhism as a ring. She got that shit down. Even the love, especially the love, and remembers everything. And you can write as many books as you want to about her, but you'll never cover her fully. So young, but spits wisdom so beautifully. She's a fiery symbol of patience for me, a red mystery to most, and always, always sexy. Rebel, she screams. Straight, no chasing. She's the original new old with tattoos and inappropriate lacing, and in between she slams down unheard of beauty like, this should be my wife. And these moments make me sing, Kiki is my life, Kiki is my life. 52? You're telling me she's 52? Well, hell, 52 years of perfecting glow, and a loud heart that always knows, a sharing that flows like a waterfall falls, a caring like a simple textbook explaining it all. I can't tell you how much I've learned from you so quick already. I can't tell you. And it was never my decision. It's part of your voodoo. You know, and sometimes I pick up a lucky penny. Lately, a lot more. And these visits with luck in her face, they remind me of growth. They remind me of work, earned trust in collecting firewood. They remind me of promise, guaranteed love, and a long, unlikely sisterhood. And you know, baby girl told me I was loved. And I believed her just like that. It was as if she was stamped with the real deal, and I knew she had my back. She got graffiti that shout things. She got art to show. She got photography that sings. And she's got me shifted, lifted higher than the ceiling. And it's the ultimate feeling. She got me lifted, feeling so gifted. Sugar, how'd you get so fly? Sugar, sugar, how'd you get so fly? Sugar, sugar, how'd you get so fly? And she's just walking. Just walking. Little does she know that the ground is always talking, saying, I am so lucky to be here. Look at her, blessing me. Just walking, just being, so perfectly just being. So small but big on making me feel perfectly just me. And Roses must be sick of songs by now, but she needs to accept it and stand the fuck down. She was born old and we met young, so what was I supposed to do but fall in love with our friendship and write songs about you? You know, I trust the ground beneath me because I believe it'll trust me back. And it's because I hear her saying, your path is right because it is your chosen path. Oh, and mama, it's true. Peace, I mean. In the train, the house, the country, and it all, I've seen it like you, I have seen. The example, the committed caring. Sometimes I listen, sometimes I find it in me and laugh, but sometimes I still miss it. I cry with you, I breathe with you, even when I'm away. Your smile is like bright light, close your eyes and it's here to stay. A perfectly lit, pure vision of pure happiness guides the way when your smile comes to stay. When your smile comes to stay. So, on today's windy and rebellious night, the patient dance moves knew loudly and with reason, like the sunflowers did, that there was no need for cars. So I lifted myself home perfectly, flying with promise, and fell asleep in my mother's arms.
There are many different ways this could go. Scenario 1, you would most probably not believe me. Scenario 2, you tell me I'm lying. Scenario 3, give me one of those deadly looks which means stop. Scenario 3, give me one of those deadly looks which means stop. Scenario 4, I'd be crying, getting some kind of comfort from the embrace you locked me in. Here we go. Okay. Hi. Hello. Hey, Mom. I'm really scared right now, but I have to. The first time I had sex, I was 13 years old. Relax, he said. You're a big girl now. It was uncomfortable and I did not like it. Even before this, it started somewhere. When I was 7 years old, he touched me while I pretended to be asleep. I didn't understand why. All I know is I stopped wearing my favorite purple underwear. When I was 16, I gave my first blowjob. Doesn't taste as good as books say it does. I never did it again. When I was 10, he sat me on the couch and took pieces of me as I tried to ignore his hands roaming my body, focusing on the flesh and scream, thinking that if I didn't see, I wouldn't feel. It didn't work. When I was 14, I experienced the first signs of depression. I didn't know how to tell my mom I felt worthless and hurt myself because I wanted my outsides to match my insides. When I was 14, I learned that 200 lines brought me relief. When I was 15, I had more breakdowns than laughs. Another 100 lines, nothing felt right. With the shame lining my inner walls, I confided in a friend and begged him not to tell anyone. He broke his promise. At 18, I fantasized about setting fire to every individual hair on my body in hopes that I'd burn the map that marks me. At 18, I learned my escapades could not erase you on top of me, and how it felt to be uncomfortable in my own skin. Do you tell the same story I do? I suppose you don't remember it the way I do. Do your hands tell the same story my body does? I doubt that you tell it the way it was. At least at 18, I'm no longer wishing to be a boy.
Damn. Sy loop sommer net hier en hoef nie een woord te praat, dit is almal stil want sy het gepraat. She knows who I'm talking about. Then I have this sister who's had so much trauma in her life. And somehow all this trauma is reflected in her teeth, and still she chooses to smile every day. Like how? I have another soul sister whose days were so dark that for some reason her body just made her eyes turn into torches, and she just lights her way every day. Like that cat she keeps. Here guesses. That cat is not Klein, but it's called Klein Cat. But that sister is so soft and so hard and so beautiful. And then I have a sister, net die Here sal alleen weet hoe sy haar huis dra. I mean, how do women get to go through so many things and still stay so goddamn beautiful? Yeah. And inspiring and giving and warm, and you can continue where I left off. Because I started with the first woman was called Lucy, and my name was supposed to be Lucy, but my mother Catherine changed her mind. You know why? Because this was how my mother spoke.
Yara Lisa.
Hoe gaan het? Is jy gesond? Voel jy goed, my kind? Kom hier. Waar is jou parels? Hierdie ou cheap silver van wat se ding se naam? No. This is what my mother sounded like, and I had to listen to all these voices in her voice, and I was like, ooh, this is regtig katholiek. Ek is so seker of daar 'n goeie Jesus op die wolk sit met so lang baard. En dan sê sy, jy sal moet kerk toe gaan. Jy sal moet begin glo in Jesus. Jy sal moet bid. Jy moet oppas. Moenie so lyk soos ek lyk jy my kind. Dis ek, ma. I would give anything to look like you, because you know why you're so fat and so big? It's because your heart is so big and your body is just making space for shine. And I have received a hug like how my mom hugged me. All that flab. Al borst. Hy middellyf met so 'n koek. And she could just take you. Even when her arms could not lift up by themselves anymore, she would say, Lispert, het ek jou al gesê, jou naam is Lucy gewees. Thank you.
I believe in open doors. I've taken all the screen. I'm ready to let the world come inside and touch my life. I'll no longer be defined by what someone else believes that I am. Now that I've dropped the weight, I'm light as the feather, and it's time to elevate. Sober eyes, lift your eyes, spread your wings, prepare to fly. This is your moment of your life. Go ahead and fly. I believe in open doors. I'm outside of the box. What did not demolish me simply polished me. Now the clearer I can see, I know where I wanna go. I'm living with the flow. Now that I've dropped the weight, I'm as light as the feather. Now it's time to elevate. Sober eyes, lift your eyes, spread your wings, prepare to fly. This is your moment of your life. Go ahead and fly. Sober eyes, lift your eyes, spread your wings, prepare to fly. This is your moment to shine. Go ahead and fly. I believe in open doors. I believe in open doors. Oh. Hey, yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Miss H.
Hi. Okay, I'm just gonna step back a little bit. So I had this whole speech prepared and I was like, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. And the first thing that I want to say is, how are y'all doing? I'm seriously asking, how are you? I'm excited, that's what I'm telling myself. And then the other thing that I wanted to say is just to everyone and everything that has made this possible, like this is a big deal. Thank you. I just want to take this time to appreciate everybody and express gratitude and love. All right, that's everything.
Suited for each other. Don't try to move me from my lover. Suited for each other, suited for each other.
Tell him that I'm glued up on my lover. I never lose him to another. When we talked on the phone and you said that you loved me, did you say that this was shy? I wanna scream from the top of the rooftop, tell you that my love for you, I keep on rewind. I struggle to find new words to define what I love, what I love, yeah. What I love, what I love, yeah. What I love, what I love, what I love, yeah. What I love, what I love, yeah. What I love, what I love, what I love, what I love, what I love. I think we both know it's just something we both know. Suited for each other, suited for each other. Don't try to move me from my lover. Never lose him to another. Suited for each other, suited for each other. Tell him that I'm glued up on my lover. I never lose him to another. Never, never know, yeah. Sing along. Never, if you know. Never lose him to another. Yeah. Never, never know, yeah. Never. See, I just really miss you. I'm forever true to you. Somehow I just stay glued to you. I wanna get away. No, not forever, just a little break. But I can't find the time or place. I never wanna go too far away. So we play husband and wife. You take the keys to my life. I know we're just a little too young and having just a little too much fun. Hey, but what a love that we got. What a love that we got, and it just don't stop. We ride into a special space. I pray we never lose the faith in what a love, what a love, yeah. What a love, what a love, yeah. What a love, what a love, what a love, yeah. What a love, what a love, yeah. What a love, what a love, what a love, what a love, what a love. I think we both know it's just something we both know. It's just something we both know. It's just something we both know. We both know. Suited for each other, suited for each other. Don't try to move me from my lover. I never lose him to another.
Evening. I was at afternoon. you see, I am before mine. I'm going to do a monologue. I don't know what happened, so I can't dance. The first time he laid his hands on me, I found out he was cheating. He asked me, Julia, are you going to accept it or are you going to fight it? And I suggested canceling. And he beat me up for the rest of that night. Ooh, that bastard beat me up so bad I couldn't recognize myself. The first person I told was his mother. She said, oh, my poor daughter, I'll talk to him. The next time he beat me, he accused me of cheating. And I kept wondering, how do I cheat on you if I love you? How do I cheat on you if I agreed to spend my lifetime with you. And so, this guy beat me up that night. He beat me and he beat me and he beat me that night. Oh, he hurt me. And so I decided to run. I began to run for my life. I ended up at my mother's house, the woman that has given birth to me. And she said, Julia, I give you 1 week. 1 week to go back to your house and fix your marriage. And so I did. And time after time again, after that, he beat me all over again. From wherever he comes from, he would come and he would touch my melanin body and beat me over and over again. I was scarred all over. And so, one night, he came home as usual, and we had an argument, and I fought back. I threw in my 1s or 2s, kicks or 3s. Oh man. And that night, he took the bat. Oh, I ran. I was not going to stand for that. So I ran. I ran, guys. But I couldn't go to my mother's house this time, because clearly I was a mistake. So I went and I sat at the pavement, and the neighbor came and she asked, "What's wrong?" And I confided in her. I told her each and every part of my body was hurting. My heart was crushed. I confided in her that night. And the next morning, I was the talk of the neighborhood. Everyone was like, "Oh, why can't she get out of that marriage? Oh, wow, who raised her? Who are her parents? Why didn't they teach her to stand up for herself, to fight for herself, to, I don't know, like, why is she still in this marriage?" I overheard and overheard. Everybody was gossiping about me. I was the talk of the neighborhood. And so, one day, I got up, sitting really pretty, and I decided to go to the nearest police station. I talked to the policeman and I said, "Master Policeman, I have a friend of mine that has her husband beating her. How do domestic violence cases work around here?" He said, "You will need to have proof and be ready to fight for custody." Ooh! I was angry. How was I able to fight for custody for my kids if I'm a stay-at-home mom? How was that going to work? So I cried that night. I cried for the rest of the night, and I said, "Girl, you have 1 week to sort out your life." I went and got myself a gun. So, one Sunday, it was a very beautiful day, my child was over at my sister's house. And this nigger came along. He comes as he pleases, right? He comes whatever time he wants, And I was like, I'm gonna prepare myself for the worst and go in for the kill. And so I did. I shot him once, then I was like, am I a murderer? Did I just kill my husband? The one you guys call the one. My one. Oh, I just want to find the one. That was my one. And I just murdered him. So you know what I did? I went in for the second shot.
No, girl, you're crazy.
That's for each and every one of you that couldn't help me when I come to you for help. I shot that bastard twice. I shot him twice. And so today I'm telling the story of Julia because she sits in a jail cell today. But she's gonna be fine. But the next victim that comes up to you, a victim like Julia, that comes up to you to ask for help, please do not be a mannequin. Do something. Just do something. And as for my victims, to win, you have to prepare for the impossible. As for me, I'll be just fine. Thank you.
Besides, after 70 years, that what he goes there for is to unlock the door. While those around him criticize and sleep, yeah. Oh yeah. Well, through the fracture on that breaking wall, I see you, my friend, and touch your face again. Miracles will happen as we dream, yeah. Ooh, no, we're never gonna survive unless we are a little crazy. No, we're never gonna survive unless we are a little crazy. Oh, yeah, yeah. All the people walking through my head, one of them's got a gun to shoot the other one. Yet together they were friends at school. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, and though we're there when we first took a pill, then maybe, yeah. As we see, ooh, yeah. Oh, yeah. No, we're never gonna survive unless we are a little crazy. Oh, yeah. No, we're never gonna survive unless we are a little crazy. In the sky full of people, only someone to fly. Isn't it crazy? In a world full of people, only someone to fly. Isn't it crazy? Oh, in a heaven of people, only someone to fly. Isn't it crazy? No, we're never gonna survive unless we are a little crazy. Oh yeah. No, we're never gonna survive unless we are a little crazy.
Give it up for Miss H. She's phenomenal.
Taking it back. Time will bring the wheel and the watch you ride. But later be no remnants, no trace, no residuals. Feelings within you. One day you won't remember me.
Yeah, baby.
Your face will be the reason I smile, but I will not see what I cannot have forever. I'll always love you. I hope you feel the same. Oh, you play me dirty. Your game was so bad. You told with my affliction, had to fill out my prescription. Found a remedy. I had to set you free. Away from me to see clearly the way that love can be when you are not with me. I had to live, I had to live, I had to leave, I had to let me love you, let love set you free to love your pretty wings, your pretty wings, your pretty wings, your pretty wings, pretty wings. I came wrong, you were right. Transformed your love into life. Baby, believe me, I'm sorry I told you lies. I turned day into night, sleep till I die 1,000 times. I should have showed you better nights, better times, better days. Now I miss you more and more. Let me love you, let set you free to get your pretty wings, your pretty wings, your pretty wings, your pretty wings, pretty wings. Oh, thank you.
Now what am I supposed to do when I want you in my world? How can I want you for myself when I'm already someone's girl? What am I supposed to do when I want you in my world? How can I want you for myself when I'm already someone's girl? First time that I saw you, boy, it was a warm and sunny day. All I know is I wanted you. I really hoped you looked my way. Then you smiled at me, so warm and sweet. I could not speak. You make me feel like a little bitty girl. What are you doing to me? Now what am I supposed to do when I want you in my world? How can I want you for myself when I'm already someone's girl? I'm gonna see you. I guess I see you in the lifetime. That sounds so divine. Your energy feels so damn good to me. It picks me up, don't wanna come down. You got me spinning all around. You I'm gonna be there. I guess next lifetime, next
I want every woman at the gathering to close their eyes.
You are my sister, we were born
Listen to the lyrics.
so innocent, so full of need. There were times we were friends, but times I was so cruel. Each night I'd ask for you to watch me as I sleep.
Close your eyes and listen.
I was so afraid of the night. You seem to move through the places that I feel. You lived inside my world so softly, protected only by the kindness of your nature. You are my sister, and I love you.
May all of your dreams come true. You are my sister,
And I love you.
and I love you. May all of your dreams come true.
We felt so differently then,
Cut the track, Mr. DJ.
so similar.
The first woman was called Lucy. My name is Lisa. I was supposed to be called Lucy, but my mother changed her mind. My mother was called Catherine, like Catherine the Great, Empress of Russia. My mother called one of my sisters Catherine because she thought Catherine had to catch a break. But Catherine, my sister, did not catch a break. Instead, Catherine, my sister's husband, was kicked to death by a drunk policeman. And since then,
if I should stay, how do we know it be your way? So I'll go, but I know I'll think of you every step of the way. And I will always love you. I will always love you. Will always love you. I will always.
What would I do without your smart mouth? Drawing me in, you kicking me out. I got my head spinning, no kidding, I can't pin you down. What's going on now, beautiful mind? I'm your magical mystery ride, and I'm so dizzy to know what hit me, but I'll be on.
Hello from the other side. I must have called 1,000 times to tell you I'm
chandelier, chandelier.
I wanna swing from the chandelier, chandelier. I'm a change, you're a change too. Our uniforms and your uniforms too. I'm a prisoner, you're a prisoner too. Mr. Taylor, hey.
I have fears, you have fears too. I'll die, you said we'll die too. Life is beautiful, don't you think so too, Mr. J-Lo?
I'm tired until you can love me. Stop calling me a prisoner. Let he who is without sin be the first. Let's go, Mr. Taylor, Mr. Taylor.
Mr. J-Lo, man. Havana, na-na. Half of my heart is in Havana, na-na. He took me back to his Atlanta, na-na-na. All of my heart is in Havana. There's something about his manners, Havana, na-na. Havana, na-na. Half of my heart is in Havana, na-na. He took me back to his Atlanta, na-na-na-na-na.
Thank you. Hey guys. How y'all feeling? Y'all lit? Ice, drop the beat for me. Yeah. Hey. Yo, speed it up a little. Yeah. Do all this work for my mom. I don't sleep, don't need no alarm, don't need no fakes. My city filled with snakes. Don't leave the house, barely step out of the gate. Better step out of my way. Spin like a retard since my life derailed. Get behind these hard bars like jail. Trapped in this dark hole, I need bail. Been stressed, depressed, and that's just a little detail. The queen made it out, so all hail. Ain't been the same since fans blew up my mail. Been getting the bread, but most of y'all are stale. In love with the music, don't need no female. Funny looking rappers treating me different. Got so much to do, I need an assistant. Yeah, it's Rowdy nigga who needs jigger. Aim it at your head and pull that trigger. Ain't a fan of none of these niggas. Action says God's her director, but she don't know her lines, just another fly actor. Judge for a bunch of crimes. Society's my rector, elected from his president. Tried to eject her from her residence. Ain't giving up without a fight. So think about her dreams late at night. Put in that overtime, this that overground. Watch her overshine when they still behind. So many signs, but they blind. So many people dying, they still in kind. So when she put that gun to her head, it was no surprise where you went, where you went. You were heaven sent, heaven sent. Now I'm about to hop on this other ish. Y'all niggas stop with that bummy ish. 2018, I'm coming with it. My niggas be 100 with it. I'm from the jungle. Get home, she tryna cuddle. Got her wet like she stepped in a puddle. Yeah.
Alright guys, for those of you who don't know me, I'm Nasim. This is Ali. And I really don't know how we follow such amazing talent. I really don't. Like, to be honest, I'm kind of just like, I don't know. But we're going to try our best to give you guys a show. If you guys know the song, let's sing. Even just clap. Just join in.
Let's see if we got you.
Excuse the mess it made. Usually doesn't rain in Southern California, much like Arizona. My eyes don't shed tears, but boy, I'm thinking about you. You know, no. I've been thinking about you. You know, no. Been thinking about you. Do you think about me still? Do you not think so far ahead? 'Cause I've been thinking about forever. Ooh. Say, do you not think so far ahead? 'Cause I've been thinking about forever. Oh, after kicking, got a beach house I could sell you an idol. Since I don't love you, I just thought you were cute. That's why I kissed you. Got a fighter jet I don't get to fly anymore. I'm lying down thinking about you. You know, I've been thinking about you. You know, I've been thinking about you. Do you think about me? See ya, do ya not think so far? 'Cause I've been thinking about forever. Ooh. Say, do you not think so far ahead? 'Cause I've been thinking about forever. Ooh. See, listen. I remember, how can I forget how you feel? You know, you were my first time, a new thrill. It'll never get old, not in my soul, not in my spirit, keep it alive. We'll go down this road till it turns from color to black and white. Do you not think so far ahead? 'Cause I've been thinking about forever. Ooh. Say, do you not think so far ahead? 'Cause I've been thinking about forever. Do you not think so far ahead? I've been thinking about forever. Do you not think so far ahead? I've been thinking about forever. Do you not think so far ahead? I've been thinking about forever. Ooh. And I said, do you not think so far ahead? 'Cause I've been thinking about forever. No, yeah. Let it pick us up, take us out deep to the motion, please. I wanna learn the prayers of the ocean, please.
I want to feel like we're alone. I want your love and no one else's. And maybe then we'll find our silence. 'Cause out here it's hard to find it when everything is coated in violence. Painted different faces of violence. Mama, I see you're tired too, and you're still moving. I'm amazed by you. So let us sleep and float away. And I promise the tide will bring us back on a better day. Please bring us back on a better day. Please, please, please.
Are you enjoying the gathering? I won't lie to you. I was worried the first show was a fluke.
No, it wasn't.
But what you guys have reassured us is that we have something real going on here. And when you leave this place, please go to every corner and let them know that we are gathered.
Yeah.
Away and be hopeful, hopeful, and he'll make a way. I know it ain't easy, but that's okay, 'cause we're hopeful.
Can I have a yeah for the women who are rebels?
Yeah! Can I have a yeah for the woman who take care of your children?
Can I have a yeah for the women that date women?
Can I have a yeah for the woman with equal pay?
Can I have a yay for the survivors?
Can I have a yeah for the wonderfully womanly women with the small breasts? Oh, we're hopeful, yes I am hopeful. Can I get a yeah for all the independent ladies? Can I get a yeah for the woman who refuses to be silent?
And can I have a yeah? Can I get a yeah for the women who stand up for love?
Can I get a yeah for the women of every side? Oh, I'm hopeful, yes I am hopeful for today. Take this music and use it, let it take you away. And be hopeful, hopeful, and she'll make a way. I know it ain't easy, but
It has been a wonderful evening. We have gathered. And the after party for all of us is at Chopsy's. So see you there. Thank you so much. We have gathered.
Everybody, small favor. Let's have a feel about Michael Jackson.